Ellen McCauley at Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York. The antidote to stress is serenity. And doesn't that sound so easy? Serenity. You got to say it like that. You can't say serenity. You got to go serenity. And you know, it's the opposite of stress. When you're serene, it's the opposite of stress. Did you ever see people in your life that almost they walk along, hi, how you doing? I'm like, are they really like that? Are they like that all the time? You know, because I feel like I'm on pins and needles half the time, waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the phone to ring, what's going to happen? And here these people are like, ooh, I'm serene. I do believe that laughter, and that's why I always like to have a few chuckles at Pray It Off. Laughter is such good medicine. Breathing. Life is breath, and yet we take it for granted. Deep breaths, cleansing breaths. We just take it for granted. And walking. Those of us who can walk really need to celebrate that, because there will be a day, hopefully never, maybe. You know, I worked at a skilled nursing facility, and all those people who were in wheelchairs probably daydream. Remember when I went on that walk? Remember when I went on that hike? It's a gift. It's a privilege. So I'm going to ask you, and you know what? You might say, I can't walk. I say, move in place. You know, move in place. Do something. Move your arms. I've said that a million times. I'm going to say it a million more. And you know what it says? Walking staves off or gets rid of senior moments. I hate that phrase, senior moments. You will never hear me say senior moments ever. Let me tell you why. I have people, I'm 67 years old. I started Pray It Off at 53. That's how long we've been doing this. I have people call my office and they'll say, hi, you know, I'm elderly and I need some help. I go, okay, how old are you? 60. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be 94 years old, God willing, and the creek don't rise, and I'm not going to say I'm elderly even then. Everybody forgets something once in a while. Do not call it a senior moment, okay? Also, stress management, breathing. I'm going to challenge everyone to go home. You know, one of the worst symptoms about COVID was that people had trouble breathing. You know, there's people, I'm not going to make you raise your hand, that have been on oxygen, that have had respiratory issues. Is there anything worse than not being able to catch your breath? Is there anything worse than not being able to breathe? So we really need to deep breathe and not take it for granted. And try to move. I gave you some chair exercises last week. It improves your mood. And I like riding my bike because I could read my book. I have a little thing, a Kindle. I like marching in place because I can just take that finger and read that book. Do something you like. Christian ways to relieve stress. One of the most important thing is K-M-I-S. And that stands for keep mouth shut. If we learn to keep our mouth shut, not only will it help us eat less, it'll help us not get into as much trouble. Read some of these. They're very helpful. I'm going to stop right there, Bobby. During the